Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. I'm Truman.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episode, we watched a couple of episodes. And those episodes are called Escape from Pirate Cove and Penguin Village. They are the 54th and the 55th episodes of Dragon Balls. And the coming down to the last couple episodes before we finish the General Blue saga. And then jumping down to some trivia on the first one and some differences from the manga. In the manga, Goku, Krill, and Bulma never enter the building, and so Goku never talks to Red. Likewise, the soldier who is there is completely made up for the anime. Master Roshi listening to music and then shouting at Turtle for interrupting him is exclusive to the anime. Liberal name for music, if you ask me. And some trivia is, when Krillin reminisces about the pirate treasure, he imagines the gold walls and pirate captain skeletons. But that wall was only knocked down after they had already left, when Goku was coming out and everything. Soldier 23 fears that Goku, Krillin, and all of them aren't human, unbeknownst to him, Goku, Saiyan, blah, blah, blah. Anytime that person's not human, it's just telling on them for that, Krillin smells the diamond Bulma gave to him, even though we know he doesn't have a nose, and they literally say it in the next episode. General Blue telling that soldier's apology accepted after killing him is similar to a scene in Empire Strikes Back where Darth Vader says the same after force choking Captain Nita. And on a similar note, in the English dub, when Bulma refused to have any more part in Goku's Dragon Ball hunt due to the Red Ribbon Army, she firmly states, "No more crazy adventures," which is what C-3PO says to R2. When R2 tried to protest going in separate ways in Tatooine Desert to the beginning of the first movie.
You kind of forget sometimes how old Star Wars actually is.
Yeah, because the OG 3 came out like in the 70s and the 80s.
70s to early 80s, yeah.
In the English dub, it strongly implies that Blue executed 23 for sleeping on the job, whereas in the Japanese version, he is killed for hiding from Goku and the others. The voice on the exercise tape is Daphne Jure, who also provides the English cover of the ending theme, I'll Give You Romance in Paradise.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
She has also voiced a character from the original dub of Dragon Ball Z. When Master Roshi gives launch the diamond, her hair ribbon is pink, which is on the trivia, but that's all it says. Cool. Pink ribbon. Yes.
It must just be a different color. They just didn't finish the factoid or something.
Yeah. And then differences from the manga on the next episode is, in the manga, Roshi, Goku, Turtle, Krillin, and Bulma were still outside when they are ambushed. In the anime, they're ambushed inside. The anime has extended scenes where the bomb is counting down up to launch saving them, including a humorous scene where Roshi ends up farting, as well as launch insulting everybody for messing up all the room and making it not clean. Originally, they managed to break through the ropes with Launch's help shortly after Blue's escape. So they added some extension just to pad for time. I didn't mind it. I could tell, but I also didn't mind it.
It's one of those fun extensions where it's like, it gives a little bit more of the story than just everyone's freaking out, and then we skip 4.5 minutes and Launch shows up.
Yeah.
It's like you get to see a little bit more of that 4 minutes.
Yeah. The anime also has additional scenes of Goku chasing Blue before arriving in Penguin Village. In the manga, Aurel and the Gotchans were with Akane and the others leaving Penguin Village High. And in the anime, they're separated from the others having a race throughout the village, while the rest of the gang hangs out at the coffee pot. Owing to the differing formats between the episode and the manga chapter it was adapted from, Dr. Senbai Noramaki's explanation for his antics varied slightly. In the episode, it specifically states that he's been a while since Dr. Slump and Ariel-chan aired on TV. In the manga, it says that it's been a while since Dr. Slump was published in the Shonen Jump. I assume that means something to somebody out there, but I don't understand.
Basically, I think what it means is like it's joking about TV versus joking about not being in the manga.
Yeah, no, what I meant,
mean.
I meant the other stuff, no, I get what that differences mean. I'm just like, cool, Dr. Slump and Ariel-chan versus the Dr. Slump thing. I'm assuming that's another Toriyama pilot. I think we've heard about him before, so.
Yeah, I mean, I assume just the vibes I get from Penguin Village is it feels like something that Toriyama has published elsewhere, like as a one-off.
Yeah.
And he's like, I might as well throw it in here.
They exist in this universe as well.
That's what it feels like to me. Of course.
We'll hold those thoughts for later.
Yeah.
We'll see how we feel about it after.
And we'll also see how it goes, because I'm assuming he's going to be in this village for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Especially because they both, crash landed.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out a way to get out. So, the trivia is that Goku states that Krillin doesn't have a nose, which, while being accurate, also comes after the last episode where he sniffed a diamond. It isn't exactly clear how General Blue is able to see what his ropes are doing while he hides outside. The original mission for General Blue's troops were to capture the Dragon Balls and the scientists. As Blue leaves this episode, both Roshi, the original target, and Bulma, the actual inventor, ask to aid Blue in finding the Dragon Balls, / joining the Red Ribbon Army, but he refuses them both, not completing the full mission. That commander had ordered him to do. And then instead almost kills off the target.
Almost kills off everybody.
Yeah.
I think Goku might have survived the bomb. But...
Yeah. He does, however, acquire the Dragon Radar by the blink to blink blank, blank 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 blank.
That's probably the next couple episodes.
It is unclear how exactly General Blue prepared his cup of tea in the cramped cockpit of the Thunder Rocket, which I was like, where'd the tea come from? But whatever.
You know where the tea came from? Because it was funny. That's where the tea came from.
As typical for most time bomb scenes and movies and TVs, the amount of time that passes in real time does not correlate to the bomb's clock. For example, after the clock is shown with 47 seconds left, Krillin exclaims 7 seconds later that they only have 10 seconds left. 6 seconds after that, the clock takes 11 and a half seconds to advance the final 5 seconds and explode. It's that's funny when they break it down like that. In the scene where Blue's about to depart, Bulma makes an offer to help and attempt to save her own skin. In the Japanese version, she went further and even attempted to offer to defect to the Red Ribbon Army. But Blue still says the same stuff. And in the English dub, while in the Japanese version, he specifically stated that the Red Ribbon Army doesn't even need female members in the first place. Blue's goodbye is also far strongly worded in the Japanese version, where he tells them they only have 4 minutes of life left. In the English dub, it's toned down to him saying bye. Wish I could stick around and watch, but I'm late to collect my reward. On a similar note, Master Roshi's reaction to General Blue's presence is different in the English than in the Japanese. Because in the Japanese, Roshi was silent, privately thinking to himself that Blue was very scary since he had failed to sense him at all, implying that Master Roshi knows how to use ki sense. In the English version, he declares Blue to be sick instead of scary. The Dr. Slump characters that make minor appearances in this episode are Manure Boy, Poop Boy, Bird Poop Boy, Dambe, Saruten Sun, Kinoko Sarada, Supamon, King Nico-chan, and Trampier. Sure.
Yeah.
We've never watched Dr. Slump over here, to be fair.
Maybe
we should have started with our Becoming Saiyans rewatch at Dr. Slump. Now that
Becoming Toriyama.
Becoming Toriyama. We're just gonna go through his entire filmography. Time to start over. Sorry, guys.
Who's ready for Blue Dragon?
Who's ready for Blue Dragon?
Just kidding. That's one of my partner's favorite video little games.
Bulma and Krillin appear in an almost identical shot as Akane and Pisuke later. This is likely an attempt at highlighting the similarities between the characters. In one scene, when Goku's eating at the Kame house, he is shown without his arm sleeves, but they're back again later on. Several of the music cues from Dr. Slump and Ariel-chan were recycled in this episode. The English dub implies that General Blue's infamous psychic abilities were the result of enhancements, and in the Japanese version, it merely has them declaring they'll soon learn about psychic ability number 2. While gloating to himself en route to the Red Ribbon Army HQ, Blue in the English dub implies he has an inferiority complex regarding Commander Red, as he claims the balls will prove his genius to Commander Red once and for all. In the Japanese version, he simply ponders what the reward will entail regarding his finding of the 3 balls. And that's all we have for the trivia, so previously on Dragon Ball. Our beautiful boy Goku is running for his life from the sinking, collapsing castle underwater with a mouse in his mouth. He is able to get to Bulma and Krillin right before they're about to leave, and they start to head out. Unfortunately for them, they run out of gas along the way. So, Goku has to Kamehameha them out, where they are saved, and then they land on Blue's island. They have a discussion with Red over the intercom, but Goku doesn't understand technology, so they steal some food and a plane and fly their happy butts back to Roshi's island. Once there, we find out that Commander Blue, almost said Red for some reason, but Commander Blue is there and still alive, and he is following them closely, and he catches up to them in the next episode, or at the end of the episode, and uses some new psychic abilities we haven't seen before to tie them up and almost blow them up. Before long, Shu had stolen a diamond from Bulma that Bulma had brought back. Comes back to save the day, cuts Goku free. Goku throws the bomb and then shakes out after Blue. They go on a very long chase where they land in a mysterious village that we know from the name of the episode is called the Penguin Village. And that's what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, go for it.
It's a really good episodes outside of one very big glaring amount of filler. And I think it's pretty obvious what that filler was. That chase scene at the end of the Penguin Village was so long.
It was probably close to 3 minutes.
I think it might have even been longer than that they were just flying around the village. And everyone was like, oh my god, look at that. Wow, they're going really fast. Huh. In the coffee shop. What's your plan for the spring break? It's like, all of that is like, this could have gone by so much faster.
Yeah. I understand the establishing shots of the Penguin Village.
It's like, I get what they're trying to do, but they could have accomplished it in half the time.
Yeah, the chase scene is worse. I think the cutaway to the Penguin Village before we get there to show us how weird this town is, because we're not there yet, but this town is weird, was worth it, but that filler of the chase is bad. But before we get to there, what about your thoughts on the first episode, Jesse?
The first episode was pretty decent. I really loved getting to see Goku actually be situationally smart.
Yeah.
With the Kamehameha wave under the water. To launch them back out.
Yeah.
Where he's like, everybody take a deep breath. And then they go.
Yeah. He's like, we'll get out of this real fast. Though, if this was our Earth, they would all have exploded.
Yeah.
Because they went really fast through the pressure changes really fast. Goku, maybe not because he's an alien, but the Krillin, Bulma, and Mouse, he did not make it.
Yeah, if we're talking about the science of being that deep underwater, compression sickness.
Yeah.
Diving sickness, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's like it would have been awful.
Yeah. But this is not our Earth, so maybe the science works differently there. I mean, they do have flying cars, and we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, so. Flying cars, and it seems like a regular citizen could buy a submarine for a decent price.
Yeah.
So maybe the laws of physics are slightly different.
Yeah. But they do make it out, and then we see that Blue also made it out, which, Jesse, what was your thoughts on Blue surviving?
How?
Yeah, I mean,
how is this man alive?
That's a general thought for me, too, is just, what the heck?
How, I literally said it, when he popped out, out loud, I'm like, how are you not dead?
Yeah. It's hard to explain, because, what, did he just swim to the top? He didn't have a boat with him.
He seemingly got crushed by tons of weight of rocks.
Those rocks. We obviously know that there's no water pressure because everyone else survived, but he's still under the weight of the entire cavern.
Tons of rocks.
He's also thousands of feet underwater, or like thousands of leagues underwater.
But then we see another superhuman feat later on in these 2 episodes,
Yeah.
where he jumps out of a plane
From like 3 miles above the compound
and lands on his legs and doesn't break a single bone.
Yeah, he has to have shattered every bone in his body on that land.
At minimum, from his pelvis down is just sandpaper.
Yeah.
It's like, not sandpaper, just like grains of sand.
Yeah.
Oh, I said sandpaper. It's like, what are you doing?
I do feel bad for that guard there, that Blue's Island.
Yeah.
Talking about regular people in this world having crazy days. We talked about the cop in West City running into Goku.
His day doesn't say.
This soldier also has a crazy day.
He has a crazy day, but it's a crazily tragic day.
Yeah, his day also ends in tragedy. But before that, it is kind of funny. Where it's like, there's this one guy, and he's the one soldier that didn't get involved in either of the 2 missions.
He's literally just the radio operator.
He is the lone survivor of Blue's regiment. And he...
You just happen to have fallen asleep. He wakes up, sees Goku, Bulma, and Krillin sitting out his window.
Yeah.
And then they decide to walk in. And the entire time he's looking, I was like, oh, because they mentioned beating Blue. It's like, they beat General Blue? What am I supposed to do?
I'm just a guy. I'm in the reserves.
I did point out that, like, he had a Scooby-Doo hiding spot. When they showed up, he was hiding back first, like, face first into the wall on a shelf.
And then we get to have Goku meet Red, sort of, for the first time. Because Goku does not understand technology.
Goku does not understand technology.
And so Red's talking through the phone, or talking over, like, the radio system. And Goku's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm General Red. And he's like, you're being so loud. Punch, punch, punch. He's like, how dare you, petulant child? He's like, I don't know what that means. Punch, punch, punch. Breaks the radio signal. It's pretty great.
It does flip out. Like, the line in that I really found funny was, do you know who you're messing with? And Goku's like, no,
I don't know who you are.
And like Red, Black, and the bear dude, bear cub dude, all just like, what? Like, they're dumbfounded. Like,
how do you not know who I am?
They're dumbfoundedly
Hey, how
worried.
do you not know who I am? I am General Red.
I'm gonna do a horrible accent.
And it's like, okay, and I don't know what that means. Every one of these people I thought have colors.
Thank you, next.
He's like, every one of you guys have colors as your names. I don't know what that means.
Because Goku can't put 2 and 2 together of Red Ribbon Army talking to General Red. This is probably the leader of the army.
Yeah.
Because all he sees is a radio station that, like...
Yeah, there's no way he knows, like, that's he doesn't know that's... He thinks the radio is a person.
He thinks the radio is talking to him, not a person talking to the radio.
Yeah.
Which is just another great example of Goku and technology. They just doesn't go well together.
Yeah. Bulma also being able to steal a diamond that immediately goes missing is pretty great.
Yeah, it's great. I like to think that... And this is how I'm going to think. I like to think that launch, when we get back to the island and Bulma has the diamond. Because what happens is they're at the radio station, radio tower. Goku beats up the radio station. Everyone's like, let's get out of here. And then, like, Goku's like, I'm going to grab food. I'm really hungry. Because Goku's hungry because he just Kamehameha waved for, like, at least probably 30 seconds straight.
Yeah.
That's a lot of energy. I understand, man. Get your food. So he steals a bunch of the food from the base. And they take off going towards Roshi's Island. And then that's when Blue shows back up for this dude's horrible day.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you. The end of the guard's story is Blue just murks him for sleeping on the job.
Yeah, Blue shows up, is like, what happened? And he starts being like, there's hundreds, no, thousands of them.
He's like, I know that there wasn't.
And he just shoots him. And it's like, come on, man.
That wasn't his fault. What do you want him to do?
This is the one time where you could look at, like, a soldier in this army and be like, you know what?
What is he supposed to do?
Most people would also do the exact same thing he did.
Yeah, because, like, what do you expect him to do? Like,
because if he admits to being a Red Ribbon Army member, they're just going to punch him.
Yeah.
And then he's definitely going to die because he's knocked out and Blue will just show up and probably shoot him anyways.
Yeah.
So he was hoping and praying that, like, they had beaten Blue to enough that Blue would show up and then he could, like, leave in whatever plane they left for him.
Yeah. he's like, this is my chance to defect. I can leave now.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I can steal everyththing from this island. Blue is dead, so I have nothing to worry about.
They will presumably think that I have died.
Yeah.
Which means...
Everybody else who's ran across this guy has died, so...
The entire rest of Blue's army is dead. So I guess they'll just assume I am also dead, especially if Blue is dead.
Yeah.
And they'll never come looking for me, and I can just be a potato farmer for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him.
Blue was alive.
Yeah. And so he...
Somehow, Blue has returned.
And so he does not survive. But then we jump to them flying back to Roshi, and Roshi is a genuine freak in this episode, this part. Because... Roshi is just like he's not even watching a video. He's just listening to
the audio.
He's listening to a CD version of the video.
Things.
Yeah, and
to be fair, for all intents and purposes, tamest Roshi perv moment yet.
Yes. Out of the moments, I mean, it took him about 3 seconds of screen time to do this, but it was almost instant where he started freaking out. But I will say he's a certified freak, being able to listen to
7 days a week.
Yeah.
Can't finish the rest of that song.
You cannot, because we'll get copyright struck.
Also other reasons. But...
Yeah. And then I guess we never knew that. I guess Bulma never knew about the launch twist.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, launch
hadn't really been changing as
hadn't
much.
Changed in front of Bulma.
Yeah.
Because the only time that she's seen launch was at the tournament, I think.
Yeah.
And launch was nice at the tournament, and around that time. So. Around that time, she hadn't sneezed in forever.
Yeah, but I thought, it seems weird once because they've been in the show. We've been in the show for 50 something episodes, and Bulma's just now learning about the launch sneeze. That's the part. It's not like I'm not upset about it. It's like, oh yeah, that never happened. It's just how did that never happen?
Yeah, this is where my thought process and my funny headcanon comes in. Is that launch forced bad launched forced good launch to sneeze as soon as she heard super valuable over 1 billion zinni diamond.
She was like, it's time. we launched the thief, which connects us back to our alternate movie universe where Launch is a thief, and the previous rendition of Launch before she became housewife to Roshi, or housemaid to Roshi, where she was a thief. Launch is just like, no, we haven't stolen in a while. Launch walks past a mirror.
Good withdrawals.
Yeah, good Launch walks past a mirror, and evil Launch is there staring at her, being like, "We have to do it." And she's like, "No, we can't."
It's like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah, that Diamond's talking to her like a Green Goblin mask.
It's like you must hachu, so we can steal.
No, where'd this feather come from? No. Yeah, and
why am I putting so much pepper on my steak?
Yeah. Just whatever reason, however she made herself steal. But then we get to the part where Blue defies all logic again, jumping out of a plane 3 miles above the sky, landing down forcefully. You see, his whole body vibrate.
He was going terminal velocity for probably a solid minute, going down. In real time, because that's how far he jumped from.
Yeah, he jumped from flying altitude.
Yeah, he jumped from probably safe estimate 30 to 40,000 feet if I had to guess. Yeah. I mean, what's this? It's just insane.
And he lands on his legs,
and nothing wrong happens.
Yeah,
doesn't even stumble. It's not they could have made it slightly more believable if he had a gymnast stumble.
Or if he tumbled, or even if he just landed in the
Tucker
water.
Rolled.
Landed in the water would be better,
But he's landing 20 feet away from the house.
Yeah, and the fact that nobody on the island hears him, what are we talking about? You just get hit by a bomb from the sky. A human-sized bomb hit the ground. You didn't feel it in the ground?
No.
Turtle, who's literally on the ground, didn't feel, ooh, that was a weird vibration. Turtle Jr. Where is Turtle Jr.? I don't understand.
But I will give him credit, Blue credit. Was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty. It was an aura moment, but it's just the fact of it's so scientifically impossible. Yeah. I don't care how weird your physics are. Like, that's should never happen.
Yeah. And because
Especially knowing that, like, if I remember it, knowing that the Dragon Ball world, like Earth, whatever planet they're on, is like double or at least double the size of our Earth. Terminal velocity would be even faster there because the gravity would be faster because the like every.
Yeah, no,
I'm not going to explain like let's have astrophysics here or whatever you want, like physics, that type of physics, but just my knowledge of how gravity works and like how much gravity exists in certain things. If unless the density is exactly the same, which seems illogical for a planet that seems to have the same resistance in rock and other materials that we do.
Yeah.
That means that they have the same density, which means that they would have the same resistance to physical matter, and which means that they would be more, like, heavy, because there's more of them.
Yeah. It doesn't make a lick of sense, but it was cool to see. And not as cool, there was in the next episode when he uses mind control rope powers. Because when he jumped out, I was like, what's he going to do with the rope? Like, why is he bringing rope with him? I could tell why he had a bomb. Like, okay, he's going to blow up the house or whatever.
Yeah.
But why is there rope there? And it's like, oh, don't worry. I know why the rope's... I brought the rope on purpose. It's my secret weapon. I'm going to turn it into snakes.
Yeah.
Snakes that tie you up.
Living rope. Which, I'm going to be real, it's the one of the first real power that we've seen that it's like, okay, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
like,
it's
like
not.
This is the
it's
first
not
power
Kung Fu or Kamehameha. It's like something different, you know. It's like, okay, so I see how Blue has made it to this level. Like, he does have some power and some skills.
You gotta give Blue credit. He didn't break his legs. He somehow survived having an entire underwater cavern collapse on top of him.
Yeah,
like this man can hold his own pretty well.
And not to mention that, you know, he does then have the psychic powers,
yeah.
You know.
Because I think an episode or two ago, we were, like, insulting, like, how is this man, like, why does he have to get his own saga? You know what? I get it now, okay? He is a problem.
But don't forget, the reason he's got his own saga is because there is a ton of filler in these episodes. They are stretching these puppies out. But
which we will get to probably some of the most egregious fillers they've done in this entire saga.
Yeah, I would say the second episode has a lot of filler because even though, like, you know, Roshi trying to break out but then farting is funny. They do waste a little bit of time there. They waste a ton of time there, honestly. Then they waste even more time with, like, Launch walking around the whole town, the house. And then, it's like 3 to 5 minutes of this episode is just Goku and Blue running.
I wish we would have, like, when we realized that it was going to take that long, I wish we would have timed it. Because it is egregious.
It is.
How long.
It is so ridiculously
they fly
long.
around this place.
Yeah, it is so ridiculously long. And for what? And for what? What are we doing here?
Purely just padding time. Like, that's all I can explain it with. There's no way you make that chase scene last that egregiously long. And then maybe we look it up eventually, because it looks like you're looking it up right now.
What? I would never.
He's on his phone. I think he went on the Crunchyroll, so look it up. But, like, it even if it does turn out to be like 2.5, 3 minutes, it feels so much longer because it's so awful to watch.
Yeah.
Like, there was points in time where I kind of zoned out halfway through of like it happening, and then, like, something interesting happened on the screen. I'm like, okay, I'm back.
So it starts. The chase scene starts after the mid-credit roll at about about 13 minutes is when it starts. Yeah. And so then jumping forward, I'm going to just continue to jump forward. And it ends basically at the end of the episode. So, like, yeah,
lowballing it.
This chase scene, like, not counting the interplay with seeing the town.
Like the coffee.
The coffee house, the weird guy, like, breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, the people we're going to meet in the next couple
It literally ends at, like, the end of the episode. Yeah. So it goes, it's about almost half the episode is them just running around, or not even running around, like, flying around. Like, oh, is he getting faster? Oh, he's getting faster. Oh, no, we gotta get faster.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Because looking back at it, this episode, it literally ends with Blue running into a mountain after he, like, knocked Goku off the cloud.
Yeah.
And Goku landing in front of, like, a cane or whatever.
Yeah.
Her name is.
Whatever the name. We haven't heard them pronounce the names. We're just going off of
it's on her shirt or whatever.
Yeah. And, yeah, the episode literally is just... The second half of the episode is just them flying. I thought it was a little. I thought it cut. Remembering it, I thought it cut. The mid credit was when, like the bomb when she was about when launch landed in the bomb.
No, he threw the bomb and he took off like after the mid credit.
Yeah, but I thought
right at the mid credit.
Yeah, I thought that happened after. But yeah, no, it is like it's about almost 10 minutes of just chasing.
It is
with a few minutes of cuts for showing the other town.
And I know we don't hide our disdain for certain aspects of that. Like, we don't hide our disdain for perverted moments. We don't hide our disdain for filler and stuff like that. So you might be like, they might be exaggerating. This is awful. Like if there's one episode I recommend not to watch, but I do recommend also to watch, it's this one, purely so you can understand how egregious that last 10 minutes is.
And I will say, you can cut it at the mid credits and just cut it.
You can cut it at the mid credits, watch the first minute after the mid credits, and then watch the last 30 seconds of the episode before the end credits.
You could honestly just cut it at the mid credits, and then you can be as confused as we were when they started showing these random people in the next episode.
It's bad. I don't think it's going to be any surprise what I'm going to choose in my worst part.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything remotely close to it.
Yeah. So I will just to show you my notes for the second episode. The next note after Launch to the rescue, because Launch comes back after the magic fart, the powers that didn't work to cut him out of the rope. Launch lands, takes way too long, but eventually gets Goku cut out just to make it in the nick of time. Then they're going so fast they're warping through reality, because at one point it looked like they were making the Kessel Run, as Jesse alluded to.
Yeah, I did make a joke.
And then what is this random place? What's up with this place are my next two, because we do a couple cutaways to them. I'm like, what is up with this place? Because it's just so weird looking. And that is the last of my notes on this episode.
I will give them, this isn't one of our territories. What a blast, which I think is talking about when they were talking in the coffee shop. They're like, oh, this is what I want to do for spring break.
Yeah.
And then I did point out again, he hit the mountain so hard they played it thrice, because he
at that point I guess I was tuned out, because I was just
they replayed him running into the mountain, he's like oh it just keeps flashing back 3 times, and then he hits the mountain and explodes. Which again, probably the only redeeming part about the very end of this, the last half of this episode, was how funny it was when he actually crashes into the mountain. Blue, I'm talking about Blue, I should say.
Yeah,
when Blue crashes into the mountain.
Yeah, because Blue knocks Goku off of Nimbus, right?
Yeah,
Is that what happens generally?
Blue slows down. He's like, I can't outspeed him, but I can do this, and he slows down, and then he puts it in mega thruster mode, and right as Goku approaches the back of the ship,
blows away the
blows him off the cloud. Yeah. Okay. And then Goku lands in front of a cane, because he's too busy watching that, and so Blue turns around and runs into a mountain.
Yeah. Okay.
That was when I zoned back in after I'd zoned out for a sec. That's when I zoned back in, was when something interesting started to really happen.
Okay. So Jesse, do you want to go to predictions, or do you want to worst part, best part? I know it's been a minute since we've recorded, so I don't remember what comes next. What do we?
I'm gonna be real honest with you, just to get out of the way how awful my predictions are, because I can even notice. Let's go predictions first. It's actually because I don't think it's going to take us very long to get worst part. Best part might take a tiny bit. But
you said the first one was in the sub getting out. That was your first prediction. That was for the first episode.
Yeah.
You hit that one right on the head. They were in the sub and they got out.
That was my guarantee.
And then the next one was Krillin stays with the party and they go to find the next ball in a village of penguins. Yep. Not only does Krillin not stay with the party, Bulma also removes herself from the party. So we're on Goku's solo mission now.
Well, at the moment, yes.
And is the village filled with penguins? Not from what we've seen.
Absolutely not.
At this moment, we have not seen that. I also want to bring to your attention, Jesse, that we are 2 episodes from the finale of the arc. And you said that he will get 2 or more Dragon Balls, Goku being. And so far, he's down 3.
Hey, technically, when he gets the Dragon Balls back, he got two.
No,
more-
because the way
No.
you said it was 2 more.
I
These
know.
are all the same.
I'm trying to
except for
help.
1.
I'm trying to help myself, please.
Even if you have that, he only is getting 1 more unless there's a Dragon Ball in this penguin village. But if there was, then the Red Ribbon Army would know about this village.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's happening.
No, I was trying to just
Yeah.
negotiate an extra point.
So, Jesse, episode 56 is called Strange Visitor. And episode 57 is called Ariel versus Blue, or Ariel, you know, the name of the girl that he lands in front of, versus Blue.
That's an interesting one. Well, I think the Strange Visitor is definitely going to be Goku as the Strange Visitor to this place. Like, I feel like that's pretty obvious that he's the strange one now, even though everyone else is strange.
Like, this place is strange, but because they're all the same strange, he's the strange one by not being their strange.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, got any other guesses what you think might happen?
I think we're gonna get way more backstory on what this village is and what they do here.
Okay.
That's a pretty safe one to say as well.
Okay.
And then I guess maybe Goku isn't the one that actually beats Blue in the last episode.
Okay, you
Second
think
episode?
that RAL beats Blue?
Maybe not even just that. Maybe like just someone else in the village, or the village as a whole beats Blue. That'd be my guess.
Someone from the village,
That beats
someone or the village as a whole beats Blue, not Goku.
Blue. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got those written down for you.
Take a bit of a risk on that one.
Yeah, so Jesse's predictions, if you're keeping track at home, is Goku is the strange visitor. We're going to get some backstory on the village. Somebody from the village or the village as a whole will be the one that beats Blue, not Goku.
Yeah.
And that will be the end of the arc of the General Blue saga.
Yeah, it is. It is in the saga. Hey, which we don't have to do. Again, I think we've established it a couple times now. You're not having to do a triple episode, so we'll be a little bit shorter to end the arc.
Yeah, which is nice compared to what we normally do. Looking forward to the next one. I'm just counting. We actually end on 10 again. So
even number.
Even number again.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
That is nice for us.
Keep them coming.
Jesse, you've kind of hinted at it, and by hinted at it, I think you almost said it immediately what your worst part is. But what is your worst part?
An entire 10 minutes of showtime in the final episode. Like that again. I'm very much trying to stay attentive when we're watching these episodes. So there's moments where my brain wavers because I get like a notification on my phone and I'm reading it for a second. But this was one where I zoned out for probably a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah,
in this
because
episode.
you're not missing anything. It's just them flying and then flying faster and then flying faster.
I zoned back in for the Kessel Run joke.
Yeah,
and I zoned back in because he knocked Goku off the cloud and he ran into the mountain.
Yeah,
and that's about it for the last 5 minutes that I zoned in.
Yeah, outside of like the village people, because I
did zone in for the village
because they caught me off guard because I was just like, "What the heck are you guys?"
You just kind of forgot.
Who the heck
did
are
you kind
you?
of forget about the Penguin Village?
Yeah, the end of this saga as a whole has a lot of holes in it for me, where because for me
your brain just turns off until it's important.
Yeah, because there's I just assumed that the Blue saga happened during the other Red Ribbon part saga, where it's just and we're seeing Blue, like.
Not that it's a saga of itself.
Yeah, not that it's 10 episodes or 12 episodes or whatever it ends up being. I don't even remember now. But like, you could have cut this out. You could have added like 4 episodes from this, like combined to the end of the Red Ribbon saga, and we would have been much better off.
Yeah,
you could have cut this whole so far. My thoughts on this saga is that you could have cut about all but 4 episodes worth of time out of it.
Yeah, I really do think wholeheartedly that this saga is for the anime specifically was extended so hard and was filled up so hard
it just
because maybe like the anime was gaining too much ground on the manga at this point in time.
Yeah,
which sounds crazy because I think the manga was coming out like 4 years before the first episode was recorded in Japan or whatever.
Yeah,
like at least so you would imagine that it wasn't. But also Akira's writing a whole lot of other stuff, so he's maybe he only written like 30 chapters before the original first episodes of the anime got recorded.
Yeah, but even if that's the case,
But that's what it feels like. That's the rational explanation in my brain. Because why else would you put this much anime exclusive filler in a 14 episode arc or whatever?
Yeah, it's as bad as
it's my coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's as bad as in the Red Ribbon Saga when we're dealing with Silver, and it's this whole episode was after the White, after battling White, when we get the entire mercenary assassin or thief that was just completely added only to the anime, and it's
this is completely unique to the anime. It's
okay.
The only explanation in my brain for that is that the anime was catching up to the manga too quickly.
Yeah, the only other explanation I could give out as a nihilistic take is that Toriyama was pulling a George Lucas, where he was already tinkering with the material story. Because he was I missed something. I want to add more jokes here. I want to add a new character, and so he came down to Funimation and was or Toei, we're doing this.
Those are really the only two options.
Yeah,
in our mind, without being there in the studio, knowing what's happening.
Yeah. But on a better note, because we're compliment sandwiching this, what is your best part?
Best part, I think I have to give it the floor in these episodes is really low with that.
Floor is in the basement.
The ceiling isn't necessarily super high.
Yeah, the ceiling is quite low.
You have jokes like him running into the mountain.
Yeah.
Roshi farting. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
You have moments. I do think the best part is getting to see Goku be smart. Because Kamehameha Wave.
Yeah, I would.
I think that's a pretty good one to give.
That's one of those parts where I say it's good. That would probably be an honorable mention for me.
It was also just fun to watch the animation on it.
Yeah, for me, that would probably be more of a honorable mention, because I'm gonna go with Blue's psychic powers with the snake ropes. I thought that was cool.
That was pretty cool too.
And I will give that to that because that's unique to him. I don't remember another character having psychic powers like that.
At least not for a really long time.
Yeah, I don't even through Z. I don't remember a character having psychic powers to that level. There are psychic users and there are psychic powers here and there, but not to that level. Not using it in that unique kind of way.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when Kyle Rayner gets the Green Lantern ring. DC Comics, and Kyle Rayner being an artist, he makes the coolest constructs because he has the most unique ideas. Whereas, you get Guy Gardner, and it's I build airplane because I airplane guy, or even Hal Jordan to a certain extent is I make car because I'm car
or
airplane
I just make
guy.
A fist and I punch you with it because I wanted to punch you with a fist.
Yeah.
It's I'm gonna make a nice beautiful sunset and burn you with it.
Yeah,
it's
Kyle Rayner is cool with his constructs because
it's cool to have different versions of characters for that exact reason.
Yeah, and so seeing Blue use psychic powers in a way that is kind of unique to him is pretty cool. So
it is cool. I personally think just watching anytime we get to see Goku actually be heroically intelligent, I love watching that.
Yeah,
and I have to give it to that. Yeah. I will say the Blue's mind psychic stuff is up there as well.
Yeah. If I had to take a worst part that's different than Jesse's, I'm going to say my worst part would have to be the fact that Bulma snuck a diamond in her bikini bottom. What? We skipped over it completely. And I skipped over it in the recap almost until I had to bring up launch. But Bulma gets up to the top and they're oh man, we lost the treasure. And she's but I have this giant diamond that I had in my crotch that there was no noticeable animation difference. So that leaves mine to your imagination on where that was at.
Yeah, that's where it's the worst part.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even say Roshi's perv moment. His honorary perv moment.
Because honestly,
it's not that bad.
It's pretty funny.
He's not harming anybody. He's not even watching anybody and taking it out of context. He's literally just listening and imagining.
It's like getting excited listening to a really raunchy audiobook.
Yeah.
It's honestly, if you were doing it on a subway car and a subway train, yeah, you're pretty bad. But doing it at your house while you're just sunbathing, when there's no one really around, hurting literally zero people.
Yeah, and so that's why I don't even put that as an honorable mention, because I just don't think counts at all because he's literally hurting nobody, and he's literally just listening and imagining. He's imagining whoever he wants there, and we don't see it, so we don't know who he's imagining, so we don't have to worry about it being inappropriate. So that's why we don't mention that one there.
It's one of the rare times where we don't actually mention a perverted
he
moment.
had a
Like
perv moment. You guys know he's going to. He's Roshi. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, it's one of the few times where we haven't had a chance for one of us to pick the Roshi perv moment.
Yeah, because it's not even that bad. It's not as bad as the implications of the Bulma moment.
And I think you said what in like was it altered in one of the versions? Was what you said, or am I misremembering something?
Oh yeah, in one of the versions he says he's supposed to be listening to music. Oh no, it was on the differences from the manga. It said that he was listening to music, and it's like, well, that's weird music, you know?
Yeah, which makes me think like maybe in the manga he is just listening to music, but instead like in the animation, like we gotta make it a perv moment. Roshi's back on screen.
Perv.
I didn't think it that way. That's probably why it was so tame.
Yeah.
If that is what happened.
Yeah. So, I guess we're kind of coming down to the end of the show here. So, thank you guys for listening. You can reach out to us at becomingsaiyans@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. And you can also follow us on TikTok at Becoming Saiyans Pod. I have been a little infrequent there recently because of the holidays. I've not been able to listen to our show and pick out a clip for it, so I apologize if you are a couple weeks behind and I haven't posted on a bit. But that's on me. If you want to reach out and tell me how bad that is, you can email us, you know. And so until next week, I've been Truman.
And I've been Jesse.
And the journey continues.
Bye.